Bro, I won't lie to you. Like, it's popping today. Yeah, no, it's not. Hi, so today I'm gonna jump on the class 720s and the 745s to have a little review, to do a little versus to see which one's better, because they're both new trains, produced, one by Stadler, one by Bombardier, new trains for Greater Anglia. And I don't know, I feel like Greater Anglia just have a lot of new fleets recently, and I just want to compare the two and see which one's better. Both of them are used for different reasons. One's more for commuter services, and the other ones, well, I mean, they're both commuter services, but one's like for not as long distances, and another one's the intercity. So the 745's the intercity, and the 720's for shorter distances. So yeah, I'm just going to compare the two, see which one I prefer. Yeah, it's a bit rainy. I've got this nice Russian hat on. Yeah, so my prediction is that I'm going to prefer the class 745s, just from like what I've watched online and like the videos. By the way, I haven't been on either of the class 720 or the 745, so I'm only going off initial opinions of what it's like or what it could be like. So yeah, but it's just there's so many features of the 745s. I mean, in like the lower seat, the higher raised seating, sorry, and the lower flooring, which means it's more accessible to more people, which I just think is just a benefit. I think most trains should have it, and I think no, the 720s are the ones with the underfloor heating, so there's a benefit of that. Maybe I won't notice it, I don't know. I don't really see myself sitting on the floor to notice underfloor heating. Like, only time I notice underfloor heating is at my friend's house in the kitchen, and I just like would sit on the floor. Shout out to Lyden. But yeah, it's mad. But yeah, that's my prediction. Oh, who said I could be such a snack, man? But yeah, your boy's en route. Gotta strap that mask on, boy. If I can find my mask. Wait, I can't put it on. I can't do it. Wait 1 second. I need to put it on before I get on the train. Bingo.
Stratford. This is the service to...
New smell to it. Like it smells really new, like really new. Wow. And the seats are so comfy. The Class 720 was built to replace the Class 317, 321, 360 and 379. They are 5-car units with 540 seats and 145 standing places. With these numbers, you can tell that it has a high seat to standing ratio. And the floor actually seems to be heated. Like, I'm touching it. It's actually heated. Don't really see the point on a train, if I'm honest with you. But, touche. As well as the underfloor heating, which by the way is the only train in the UK to have this. This train also includes air conditioning. This train, however, doesn't have a first class section. Originally, Greater Anglia ordered 89 5-carriage units and 22 10-carriage units, but in October 2020, they amended the order for just an order of 133 5-carriage Class 720s. This, I guess, allows Greater Anglia to have more flexibility with their use for the 720. Just notice something, the priority seats on these trains are like a lighter colour. Like if you see, look here, lighter colour here, And if I go down to the normal section, like the shade of the grey is slightly different, just a tad. This train is due to be used for Greater Anglia's suburban units out of London Liverpool Street, starting with the London Liverpool to Southend line in November 2020. Okay, it's quite a nice sized toilet, enough space. You can also lock it. Cool. It's a weird noise. Okay, it's an alright sized toilet. It's good amount of space. It's sufficient. 2x2 seats in these trains also have like a fold down table, which doesn't make any noise. It's quite quiet. I mean, it's expected because it is quite a new train.
This is the service to Braintree.
Also has, I thought, it doesn't have any what do you call them? Hand armrests. So you're just gonna have to survive with the shoulder to arm. I'll show you that in a second. So let's see how the arm resting works. It's quite comfortable, so I'll give it, that's nice. So you click it back into there, and we pull this out. Ow! So only have one door per carriage. I'm guessing because it's an intercity train, I guess they only have one train per actual carriage. That's how it's distributed. Even kind of cute, the Stansted Airport ones have a little airport on it. That's quite cute. Quite cool, I must say. Disabled button as well. I don't think it's on each doors. Oh, from the offset. Wow. These are really, it's much more compact, like it's tighter. Like it's much, like I feel like I've got less space. It's kind of like, I can't really explain it, let me show you. Like the gangway seems narrower, and it's just because the seats are wider as well, I feel. The Class 745 was built by Stadler for Greater Anglia's intercity services and Stansted Express services, first entering service on the 8th of January 2020. They were constructed in Switzerland between 2018 and 2020. Also have armrests on both sides. It's quite comfortable. Oh, the back here, wonderful. Very comfortable, very comfortable. Greater Anglia ordered 20 12-cart units, and they are divided into two subclasses, being the class 745/1 and 745/0. This is the middle section where the engine is. It's right in the middle of the train. It's quite cool, actually.
Welcome to the service for Norwich. We will be calling at...
These also have pull-down tables. They're not as big, clearly. They're not as big as the ones on the 720, but they suffice. They're good enough space. You can see, well, more than what you need, but you can't. You couldn't really fit that much on here, if I'm honest with you. The Class 745/0 are for the intercity services, and the Class 745/1 are for the Stansted Express services. The Class 745/0 have first class tables and a bistro. The Class 745/1 doesn't. I much prefer the toilets in these. Much more space, and they seem much nicer. These trains were meant to enter passenger service late 2019, but Stadler were apparently missing the passenger information systems, causing the delay of the stock entering service. This caused Greater Anglia to seek derogation to operate the Class 90s with Mark IIIs into 2020.
I'll not be passing through the train today, but if you do require any assistance, you can find me at the rear of the train.
What I didn't realise until now, which is quite a smart placement, is having the plug upside down. So if it's plugging in like that, supposed to go in. Yeah, that means the wire, if it was the other way around, the wire would have to go down like that and then bend upwards. But because it's facing upwards already, it just goes straight up into the phone, which is quite neat. I like this edition of it. As you can see, there's loads of luggage space underneath each seat, and these high elevated seats are to make it easier for the cleaners to clean. But that was fun. So going on both of them, I feel like my original prediction of which one I preferred stuck through. I did prefer this class 745s for many reasons. Like, there's no way the 720 was a bad train at all. I just prefer the 745. The seats were more comfortable, a little bit more, even though the 720s already had great and comfortable seats, because it had the leather back where the head was, which just made it a more comfortable experience. They had armrests as well. The toilets were more comfortable. The toilets were better. Well, the toilet was better. It looked better. But I feel like I went into the accessible one, so that's probably why. Yeah, the only benefit I could see for the 720, in my opinion, was the underfloor heating, which, I mean, you saw I didn't really get the point of, but yeah. But I was toasted on that train. Like, I was actually sweating. When I left the train, it was such a contrast because it's so cold outside, but it is so warm in there. But yeah, no way the 720 is a bad train. It's an amazing train, and both of them are used for different usages. So, like, the 720 is not for as long of distances as the 745, as the 745 is used for their Stansted Express services and their services to Norwich. So they're just used for different reasons. One thing I did realise though is that the Stansted Express services didn't have a table on the 4 seats. And I feel that's because the majority of the people using the Stansted Express services would be going to the airport, meaning they would need more space to put their luggage and not necessarily need a table. But the services going to Norwich had tables on them, but I didn't get any footage of it. But yeah, but all in all, it was a great day. I enjoyed both of them. It was a great experience on it. Great Anglia has some great new fleet. It's just about time before the Class 720 become fully on the network. But yeah, thank you for watching though.
You. Yeah, you. Do you like this type of content? Why not subscribe? Give it a like. There's more content like this coming soon.